Hi, so this is my second video after my first EMDR session, and just wanted to kind of just put some words in video really. So I didn't record straight after the session because I had a really long drive back, so it was about 2.5 hours and I was really drained. The first session kind of consisted of a lot of history taking, so although you don't have to speak about the trauma in the actual session when they're doing the EMDR, you do have to obviously go through a history of any trauma that you've had in your life that you can recall, because obviously those are the things that then kind of stack up, and then they will either focus on one thing and that will possibly deal with several traumas, or they might obviously have to deal with each of those traumas separately. So obviously that's, you know, quite hard going through talking about any trauma that you've had. It's obviously going to bring up those emotions and stuff, and you know, being emotional is quite draining anyway. So obviously going through the history and stuff, so we did a little bit of that, did a little bit of just kind of general chit chat, and trying to feel comfortable with the therapist and stuff, and then literally we were there for about an hour and a half. Well, I was there for 2 hours altogether, but an hour and a half actually doing the therapy, and it was kind of really odd because I had some emotions that I wasn't expecting. Like, I was laughing at some points, and it just, at first it kind of felt really wrong because you're thinking, well, I'm going through these traumas, but you're doing this other stuff, and I feel the need to laugh or to smile, and so that just, that was just a bit weird, but it was really, really draining. But that was that. So obviously after that I drove home, and the drive home was really good because it kind of gave me just really time to just think about kind of what had happened and stuff, and so that was really good. And then the next day kind of didn't really feel any different. There wasn't anything that kind of happened that may have triggered anything, so it was almost sort of like a waiting game sort of thing, and not that you want to preempt anything, but you are sort of thinking, well, let's just see if this works sort of thing. And then literally so that was Friday. Saturday was okay, and then Sunday, so we're now Friday, sorry, not Friday, we're Wednesday, so literally Sunday, Monday, Tuesday were awful. Literally I felt worse than I'd ever felt before, or for a long time, and I think it was quite a shock. So because I sort of had those experiences of sort of laughter and all that in the session, I kind of felt like, oh, okay, it's going to kind of go, you know, it's going to go well from here. But yeah, no, it went down to, you know, not great. Felt like I couldn't cope with stuff, didn't want to have to go in and do any work in uni. Felt like I just couldn't hold it together. Like I'd been holding it together for so long. I felt like I couldn't, and that was horrible, because when your normal thing is just functioning and that's what you do, it's then hard to then feel like, well, actually now you've lost that as well, you're not in control of that either. So that was really bad. So that was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then yesterday evening, so Tuesday evening was kind of, it had eased off a little bit. Woke up this morning and I didn't know how I was going to feel. I didn't sort of wake up in any particular way. I just sort of, you know, just got up and got about my day, and I had things to do today, so I have kind of got on and done them, and it's, you know, now sort of like 4 o'clock or whatever, and yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling optimistic for my next session, and there's some other things that I've remembered, so I think we're going to kind of go back to the history thing and you know, maybe tackle those, or see if they can link into anything else, and that maybe we can just tackle a few things at once. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there because obviously it's getting quite long. But yeah, I will, you know, this is mainly for like a video thing for me, because I think there's so many things that I've done in my life, or things that I've sort of come across, and I just think, oh, but you know, it'd be nice for people to hear that, or for me to share it. And so it's not, you know, it's kind of for me, but if it helps anyone, that is great. And obviously it's an experience, so just me, you know, videoing it for myself, I can look back and I really want to see how this progresses, and if it does work. And you know, because trauma is not nice, and trauma is not nice when you're no longer going through that particular trauma, but it is affecting your daily, your weekly life, and if it's affecting, you know, your family life, and you know, particularly my kids, do you know what I mean? I don't want them to ever go through anything that is traumatic, and obviously if they do, then it would be nice for me to be able to guide them and say, well, this might help or whatever. But yeah, so my situation, if you'd watched my first video, you'll know that my situation is slightly different in relation to why I'm coming or having the therapy. But yeah, I will hopefully keep vlogging, whatever you call it, and yeah, keep you posted.